So today's lesson is about writing equations given point and slope. So our goal is to write an equation in the form y equals mx plus b. Okay, we're going to fill in our slope, which is m, and our y-intercept, which is b. So our steps are to write out an equation, fill in the point x, y, and the slope m in the correct spots, solve for b, and then rewrite equation with the slope and the y-intercept filled in. Okay, so let's look at your first problem. We have 1, 2, so we have x and y, and we have slope, which is m. Okay, so our equation, y equals mx plus b, we're going to fill in everything that we were given. Okay, so it says y is 2, m is 7, x is 1, and b is what we do not know. So now we have an equation. So we can put a line down the equal sign, bring down the 2, 7 times 1 is 7, plus b. So if I want to get the b by itself, I'm going to subtract 7 both sides, and I have -5 equals b. So now my goal is to rewrite the equation y equals mx plus b with the m and the b filled in. So the m what we were given, b we just found. So we're going to write y equals m, which is 7, x, plus b. But since it's negative, we're going to write -5. And we are done. Okay, let's look at another one. Alright, so again we have x and y, and we have m. So our equation y equals mx plus b, we're going to fill in everything we know. Y is -1, m is also -1, times, since they're next to each other, times, x is 3. Put our line down the equal sign, we're going to solve for b again. So bring down the -1, and then -1 times 3 is -3. Bring down our plus b. So to get rid of this -3, we're actually going to add 3. And -1 plus 3 is 2. So b equals 2. So again, we're going to fill in our equation. We're going to fill in m, and we're going to fill in b. M we were given, b we just found. So y equals -1x plus 2. So another way you could have written this was y equals -x plus 2. Because remember, it's implied that there's a negative sign, or a 1, in front of the x if it's just a negative sign. So you might see either of these options, and both of them are the exact same answer. So whichever way you write it, it's going to be correct. You can decide how you want to write that answer. Alright, next one. Again, we are filling in our x and y and our slope. So we have x, we have y, and we have slope is m. So y equals mx plus b. We're going to fill in y is 5, m is -1/2, x is -2, and plus b. Alright, so bring down your 5. When you type this in, remember you're doing -1 divided by 2 times -2. Okay, so -1 divided by 2 times -2 is a +1 plus b. So bring over this 1 by subtracting, and we get b equals 4. So again, we have our m, we have our b. We're going to write our equation with the m and the b filled in. So y equals -1/2 x plus 4. And that is it for that one. Last one. Again, we have x, we have y, and we have m. So y equals mx plus b. Y it says is 5. m is 5/3, x is 3, and b is what we are solving for. Line down the equal sign. We have 5, and again 5 divided by 3 times 3, that's what you're typing in. So this equals 5 plus b. Alright, so we're going to subtract 5 both sides. 5 minus 5 is 0, so b equals 0. So we have our b, we have our m, we can fill them in our equation. Y equals m, which is 5/3, x, and plus 0. Now, you will more likely not see this plus 0, so the other way to write this one is just 5/3 x, okay? Either one of these are correct, but this is more likely what you're going to see, the second one. So I would probably write it this way, just get rid of that plus 0 if b happens to be 0. So now you have everything you need in order to get your practice set done.